Have you ever noticed that the most intelligent people in your life are rarely the loudest ones in the room? They do not announce their brilliance. Instead, they often carry quiet, sometimes strange quirks that other people find confusing or even slightly eccentric. At first, it is easy to look at these behaviors and assume the person is just socially awkward, absent-minded, or disorganized. But that explanation doesn't quite land, because what looks like strange behavior on the outside is often the sign of a nervous system and a brain operating on an entirely different frequency. Today, we are looking at the psychology behind 5 weird habits that actually reveal a genius mind. The first habit is one that almost always invites strange looks from other people: talking to yourself out loud. Have you ever caught yourself narrating your steps while cooking, or having a full conversation with yourself in an empty room, only to wonder if you are losing your mind? You aren't. For most people, thoughts stay trapped inside, loud and chaotic. But when you speak those thoughts out loud, you are using a powerful cognitive tool called external processing. You're effectively holding a high-level board meeting with your own brain. By vocalizing a problem, you activate the speech center, the auditory cortex, and the problem-solving prefrontal cortex all at once. History's greatest thinkers, like Albert Einstein, did this constantly. It is not madness, it is a sign that your mental processor is running too fast for silence, and your voice has become the bridge between confusion and clarity. This brings us to the second habit, an obsession with the late hours of the night. There is a special kind of guilt that hits when you check the time, realize it is 2:30 a.m., and you are still awake, completely absorbed in your thoughts. People love to tell you to just go to bed earlier, but for a highly intelligent mind, the night does not just feel like extra time, it feels like the only time that truly belongs to you. During the day, the world demands your attention, but at night, the notifications slow down and the world goes quiet. That silence creates a bubble where you can finally think without being interrupted. Psychologists note that evening types or night owls often hit their peak focus and creativity when everyone else is asleep. You are not avoiding sleep, you are carving out freedom in a noisy world where you can finally concentrate. The third habit is a fierce, almost uncompromising need for solitude. Society often romanticizes extroversion, assuming that people who spend a lot of time alone are antisocial, lonely, or afraid of the world. But the reality is quite the opposite. Psychologists have found that people who spend more intentional time alone tend to score higher on measures of creativity and emotional intelligence. If you have a highly active mind, being surrounded by people all the time fragments your identity. You become a version of yourself for each audience. But when you are alone, your thoughts unfold in their native form. For the genius mind, solitude is not isolation. It is the laboratory where ideas form, clarity emerges, and the deepest emotional processing happens. The fourth habit is the tendency to pause, often for an uncomfortably long time before answering a question. Most people treat conversations like a race, rushing to fill every gap of silence with whatever words they can find. But a deep thinker listens more than they speak. When you ask them a question, they don't just reach for the easiest answer. Their brain is suddenly weighing 10 different possibilities at once. They are reading the emotional data, looking at the context, and searching for the truest version of what they mean. To the outside world, this long pause can look like hesitation or uncertainty, but it is not hesitation, it is precision. They know that words have weight, and they refuse to speak without thought. And finally, the fifth habit, a dark, highly observant, and sometimes absurd sense of humor. You might find that some of the funniest people you ever meet are also the deepest thinkers. A highly intelligent mind sees the hidden structures behind everything, the contradictions of society, the fragility of life, the unspoken rules we all pretend to follow. Once you see the absurdity of the world so clearly, humor becomes a form of wisdom. They don't laugh because they don't care. They laugh because they understand how chaotic everything is, and laughter is how they hold it lightly. If this video helped you recognize yourself or someone you love, you are not alone here. This channel is a space for understanding the quieter psychological patterns that shape how we think, connect, and move through the world. If you found this meaningful, consider subscribing so you don't miss future conversations. And tell me in the comments below which of these habits resonated most strongly for you. Thank you for watching.